My name is Nicole Haugen, and I'm a life coach for Catholic nurses. Today, we're going to talk about the mind drama that we often have when we have to call a doctor, especially a doctor that is not a very nice doctor. So, our circumstance again, we work with the models circumstance, thought, feeling, action, and the result that we get. The results we get in our lives always lead back to the thoughts that we have. So, the circumstances you have to call the doctor for an order. You have the thought, I don't want to look stupid, and you feel panic or even fear. I think the main one I felt would be panic, and I'd put it off as long as possible. So, first action would be put it off as long as possible. Then, when you call the doctor, you ramble. You don't really know what to ask for. You find a place. I'd always go to a place where nobody could hear me on the phone. I'd say things as fast as possible. And if they asked any questions at all, I often didn't know the answer to them. And I'd forget to write things down. Or I'd have to scramble to find a paper and pen. And then when you repeat back, I'd be because I didn't write it down because I forgot to grab the pen because I was trying to do it as quick as possible when everybody's out of the office or out of the nurse's station, or in my vehicle before I started driving again to do it quickly so nobody could see me or hear me. And the result was I look stupid, right? Scrambling around, not figuring out what I'm doing. And some of this just comes with time, right? When you practice anything, you get a little better at it. But I can tell you right now, if you start practicing this, you can build your confidence by tomorrow. So, same circumstance, you're going to call a doctor for an order. Practice the thought, I'm a good nurse. If you can't believe that, I'm learning to be a good nurse. Okay. I love putting I'm learning in my thought line and practicing that because then it automatically drops me into the curious phase and I'm just gathering data. I'm learning to be a good nurse. Okay. None of this, whatever the doctor says to me, isn't about me because I'm learning. I'm showing up. I'm amazing at that. I'm learning. I got that covered. Okay, then you can graduate to I'm a good nurse. Then you may be able to go to I'm a great nurse. I'm an amazing nurse. Okay, whatever it is that gives you a good feeling in your body, and mine gives me a feeling of conviction. I know that I'm a good nurse. I practice the thought. I've learned how to be a good nurse. Okay. So then when I think to myself before I call the doctor, I'm a good nurse. And again, you have to believe it. You can't just oh, I'm a good nurse. I'm a good nurse. You have to be able to feel it in your body. So maybe put in, I'm learning to be a good nurse. I am a nurse. Okay. Start down here and we'll work our way up. So when I think the thought, I'm a good nurse, I feel the conviction in my body. So then before I call the doctor, I line up all the information about the patient, right? Name, age, allergies, what their diagnosis is. And then I speak slowly and clearly. I have paper and pen. I ask them questions. If they order something that I'm not quite sure about, I'm like, wait, why did you order that? A lot of times doctors will take a second to explain it to you. Okay. Because they want you to learn. They want to have a nurse that understands and knows. Okay. And again, when you're from a place of curiosity and conviction and you're not making it about yourself, you're not I don't know, are you sure? Is that right? Is that right? It comes from a place of, oh, why did you order that? Don't you think this would be something different? So you have a dialogue with them, okay? And ultimately you treat them like a human. You aren't putting them up on a pedestal like they're God and they know everything. And you're just oh my gosh, I don't know. You better tell me what to do. No, you have a dialogue with them and ask them, because a lot of times doctors have their own personal preference for things and for meds that they prescribe, right? So if you ask them, they'll often say, well, I think this one works better than that one. I don't like that med. I've had bad results with that med, and they'll tell you why. And then you take that information and you put it in your your back pocket, and you're going to have more knowledge grow. And then before you call the doctor, you might say, okay, what might they ask me? Have we tried this? Have we done this? Okay, you run through in your mind things that might come up that they might ask so that you are ready and prepared. And your result is that you find more evidence to support that you're a good nurse. So next time you have to call the doctor, that belief grows a little bit more. It's not such a foreign thought anymore. It's like, oh yeah, I am a good nurse. Remember when I called that doctor? Now, there are some doctors that are just jerks no matter what. But when you come from a place that I'm a good nurse, it no longer means something about you. That's how they want to show up. Fine. That's neutral, right? You could even put in the C line. Doctor said such and such. Okay. Don't put doctor's a jerk because that's your opinion. That's a thought. But if you put doctor said, why did you interrupt me? I was sleeping. Why did you call? This is ridiculous. Okay. Put that in the C line and then model out your thoughts on it. And then next time you can work through that again. And again, you can't change somebody else, but you can change how you show up. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I go to catholicnursecoach.com for your free discovery call with me, and we can talk more about these things like this and chat through it, and I can walk you through it. So have a great day.